Booty here, get your booty here. We have a 3-for-1 global sale on booty while supplies last. Get yours now. Free international shipping at twitch.tv/SneakyBeaver. Sneak here, quick edit from the future, coming to you in the past, but it's going to be in the future. Listen, time travel's weird. Don't question it. But I wanted to bring this up real quick. The video you're about to watch was done pre being able to unlock these last nodes in the star chart in the helm. So just a quick update. You do want to have these unlocked if you can, especially this one right here, precise cartography. Increases plunder umbral energy found using treasure maps. So essentially everything you're going to see here, you're going to get even more of it. I believe the exact amount is, instead of 3 per chest, you will get 8. So, you know, you're going from 9 to 24. That's a pretty large gap. So if you're able to get this, definitely unlock it. Additionally, this one right here, Plunder Windfall, is also pretty good. Occasionally earn Plunder Umbral Energy by completing strikes, Crucible Gambit, and other activities. So playlists plus even things like raid encounters, dungeon encounters, they're not going to drop every time. But if you're somebody that raids or does dungeons a lot or anything besides like patrol, then you'll occasionally build up plundered Umbral Energy through this. So get this, then this, if you have 2 extra relics to hand in, or whatever they're called, reputee. Yeah, that. So just keep that in mind, and then enjoy the video. Hopefully this helps. Catch you in the past future thing. Bye. For today's video, we're going to be talking about the expedition playlist in the game and how you can get triple the loot in your expedition runs, thus saving you a ton of time trying to get all those pesky red borders if you're trying to collect all of those like myself. And this trick is fairly simple and can be done by anybody, although I will say having 2 friends with you does help quite a bit to speed up the process. And what you're going to do is open up your Captain's Atlas, and we're going to just talk about what the loot for this is going to be. So for the Atlas, if you have this already, rotating expedition weapon map, you're going to want to insert this into your Atlas. If you don't have it already, unlock it when you can. It's not a big deal if you don't have it currently. You can just use a basic treasure map instead of this one, but for red border farming specifically, you're going to want to unlock this and use this going forward. Now, the loop for this is basically going to be acquire currencies, which is fragments of coordinates, put this into your slot for the Captain's Atlas, and then you're going to want to have the currency enough to open 3 chests in 1 expedition going forward each time. So for every expedition, you're going to want to have at least 24 map fragments, and for treasure coordinates, you're going to want to have at least 240. That way, you're guaranteed you can open all 3 plus the standard story chest, which ends the mission. Now, as far as the loop goes, for the currencies, this is what I personally would recommend. For map fragments, the obvious one is just do Catch Crash. You can do normal or master. I personally would recommend master if you're able to do it, just because the rewards are that much better. You get the map fragments, but you also, on top of that, would get up to 2 Ascendant Alloys if you're lucky, and also, of course, red border chances, which is basically the whole point, at least for me, personally. And then for treasure coordinates, you could basically do anything in the game to get these, but some things are obviously better than others and reward more than others do. For example, a Master Nightfall will easily give you like over 100 whatever, depending on how much armor you're wearing, but a Master Nightfall might not be viable for everybody. Some people might want to do a lower difficulty. Me personally, if you're able to, I would do this strategy, which is what I do. So look up your Witch Queen campaign on Savathun's Throne World, like I'm doing right now, and then you go to the Legendary campaign, and then you click the Ghosts mission. You just run it by yourself or with 2 buddies, doesn't matter. And then you're going to get to the end of the mission, and you're going to kill the boss, and then do not loot Sagira's Ghost Shell, because picking that up prompts the end of the mission. And then from here, what you do is you go to orbit, and you will keep the checkpoint for this mission. Now, the checkpoint has been patched, quote-unquote, and this time it spawns you at the previous checkpoint before the boss, but that's fine because the boss fight literally takes only like a minute to complete. So ideally, what you're going to want to do is get to the end of the mission, save the checkpoint, go to orbit, then with your friends load up the mission, and then once you've loaded up the mission, you give them leader, you switch to a different character, and then you kill the boss again as normal. It'll take you like a minute, maybe a minute and a half if you're just zooming through like normal, and then every time you beat the boss and you complete the mission on that second character, you're going to get 90 coordinates without any armor on. So 90 basically every like 2 minutes per run is pretty damn good. So within the span of 3 runs, you'll already have 270, which is already good enough for you to go back into the expedition. So that would be the ideal loop for me personally in terms of efficiency and timing. But if you're not up for that and you don't want to do Legend Campaign, or you don't have 2 buddies that when you don't want to do it with, and you don't want to mess around with, you know, Legend under level difficulty, you could do whatever you want. Crucible, Gambit, Strikes, etc. Maybe you're doing your Bright Dust bounties, whatever it may be. Get your coordinates there, and then go back to the rest of the loop, which would be going into Catch Crash. Normal obviously has matchmaking, so you don't need to bring friends with you for that. But if you do have people that are trying to do this, and enough of them, then do Master for better rewards. So now for the main point. How do you actually get the triple loot at the end of the expedition? So what you're going to want to do is do the mission like normal, and then as you're getting to the end, you're going to kill the final boss, and then the chest will be spawning in. Avoid the middle chest entirely until the very, very end, because that is what's going to trigger the end of the mission, and then you're going to get screwed. So avoid that to the very last one, and then you and your 2 buddies, or maybe you by yourself, will go up to any of the chests. Doesn't matter which one you start at. And when you're standing at the chest and you see the prompt to dig up the treasure, you can just do a simple countdown, like 3, 2, 1, go. On go, you and your teammates all loot the chest together at the same exact time, so you will all get the loot, and then the chest will be opened, and then after that, you just put on a heavy GL, a rocket, touch of malice, literally anything that can just kill you outright. Put it on, shoot yourself in the ground, die. Then when you respawn, the game will allow you to open another chest. So then you would go into your Captain's Atlas, put in another expedition weapon map, and then once again go to the next chest. So let's say you started left, then you go to the middle chest, you go 3, 2, 1, countdown, bam, you have now looted 2 chests each. Once again, kill yourself with an explosive weapon, respawn, go to the 3rd chest, put in another Captain's Atlas map, then go 3, 2, 1, go, boom, you looted the 3rd chest now. So now you've gotten a bunch of weapons or gear, 9 umbral energy, and now you loot the final chest to get whatever the chest reward is from that. And bam, there you go. Triple loot in one single run. This would make getting red borders much, much easier and faster. And on top of that, you can get your umbral energy up in case you want to open engrams to try to get those red borders once you're, you know, close to like 4 out of 5 on some of them. Also, if you're not using comms for whatever reason, you don't want to be on a mic and talk to people, maybe you're playing with LFG, you could also do the strategy of where you just type in text chat and be like, I'm going to jump on top of the treasure, and then when my feet hit the ground, you loot the chest to kind of time it that way if you don't want to use a mic. Personally, I would just do the 3, 2, 1 countdown thing, but that's just me. Just wanted to mention that. And that's it. That's the strategy. It's really simple, very effective, very fast, and doesn't require a ton of effort at all. And hopefully that helps you guys get your red borders very quickly and knock them out, get the seasonal content done, and then, I don't know, go play Hello Kitty Island Adventure or something. So that's it. Quick note, I will be making a video for Ruffians for this activity because that triumph is so obnoxious. It's dumb. It's just dumb. I'm going to rant about that in the separate video. But other than that, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully this helps. If it does, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Does help the channel. Also stream daily on Twitch, twitch.tv/SneakyBeaver. You can catch the link in the description below, and then I'll catch you there. Alright, I'm leaving now.